What's going on, guys? And today I'm bringing you my thoughts on the, first look and thoughts of the Battlefield's new game mode called Tank Superiority and Superiority, yeah, something like that. Anyways, it came out and debuted on Armored Kill, and I was eager to try it out. I was like, yeah, all right, some tank action, for you guys who like tanks and everything like that. Bunch of tanks everywhere and trying to destroy each other. Anyways, so the objective on tank on this new game mode is basically there's one flag like in the center of the map, and you gotta take over it. You gotta push the other side tanks and everything like that, which is sounds all right. Sounds simple enough. The objective. So why not do it? So one of the things is that you have basically there's these like kind of miniature tanks in a way. They're called tank destroyers, and basically there's a bunch of them in your side and there's a bunch of them in the enemy side. But one of the things is that there's one also. Hold on, before I continue. There's also one T-90 tank on the Russian side, and there's was it Abrams? Anyways, there's like a regular tank on both ends. So now each team is pinned on this open map. They go in, they start tank battling and everything like that. But on paper, you're like, man, that's gonna be crazy and everything like that. It's gonna be bad, like tanks everywhere like that. But from what I found, it's in a way, yeah, like that. But also this game it's slow. It's not really that fast paced because honestly, there's not enough tanks. Like for everyone. Usually there's people that going, they're waiting for the tanks and everything like that. Tanks just don't come in as fast as they should. Like one gets destroyed, immediately another one should be over there. Or like, not immediately, but like 30 seconds or 30 as opposed to like a minute or two. I don't know how long it takes to respond. But anyways, it's like not fast enough. And also there's not enough tanks. There's maybe like I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 tanks and like that. That's not really enough. But in a way, this is I'm playing in the console. I'm pretty sure this game mode will be a hell of a lot better on PC. Oh, that's for sure. Imagine 64 player, pure a bunch of tanks everywhere, like a bunch of missiles, javelins, and everything like that. Now that will be insane. Now that will be like amazing like that. I don't know if it's true or not, but we have to wait and see for the PC folks to get it and put some footage up, and we'll see how it goes. But since it's a console, there's limitations, so that these developers can't do everything like not really everything for the Battlefield, at least as the same as a PC. So they're gonna have to limit. A PC gets 64 players, 32 players, 40, this and that. They could customize it, but for us console players, 24 is the max. But this game will sometimes it's a little it can be a little bit slow. Let's, for example, a lot of people for the games I've been playing, a lot of people have been I guess in a way camping it with a tank. They stay posted up and they start blasting, shooting, like boom, 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 like that. And in a way, there are there's players that go in the tanks, get the flag, and then they move out. And so it gets like a little bit, in a way, it gets a little bit boring, I suppose. It's like, all right, well, what are you guys doing here? Let's get the flag or something like that instead of being posted up. But each game is different. Each player is different. One player might be like, well, I got the flag. Well, I'm just gonna sit here, defend the spot, whatever. But you're defending it all the way across the map. What are you doing? Like missing all those, tank shots or whatever. But there are those games that it's just chaos. Like it can be for this game mode. There's 2 ways. It gotta be boring, or it could be semi-boring. All right, it has those moments, or it could be straight up tank action. Like, whoa, what the, like, get the fuck out of here, like this, or like that. I had those games. All 3 of those types of games. One is boring. It's like, oh, dude, what are you doing? I see some people just running around. They're not using the tanks. They're just on the infantry mode. They're just running to get the flag. You don't need a tank to get the flag. You just have to be there. Those guys are, it can be fun. They have the little destroyers there, and they're pretty quick. They're pretty little tanks. They're pretty quick, and they can do damage too. So that's pretty cool. But sometimes I feel like this game mode is meant for PC. It might be like for PC, there's more players. Maybe there'll be more tanks, and it'll be way more funner. Like I suppose, because for what you call it? For consoles, was it 12v12? 24 is the max. And these maps are huge. For Armor Kill, it's just sometimes it's like a little. It can be a little slow, but sometimes it's. Well, it is it's slow. It can be slow. A game mode rule. It's not as fast as the close quarters or anything like that. It's a slow tank game mode. Maybe if it was like the consoles had let's say 32 players at all, 16 versus 16 with more tanks, maybe it would be a lot more funner. But I do have those games that it's just a blast. People are actually like getting the tanks. They're actually going in for the flag. They're not really just staying in the back, because that's one of my main problems with this game. Well, a lot of players, well, not with the game or with the players, sometimes they just they get the tank, they stay behind, and they just start like boom, throwing it down. But that's just a little annoying. It's not the game's fault. Maybe it's the players' fault, I guess. But if they want to play like that, fine. I guess I'll take the flag on my own. But I do have those games that it's just a blast. I had to play right before doing this commentary. I had a game. Was it on? What map was it? Bandar Desert. Yeah, and people were playing the objective. A bunch of tanks were going in and out, and it's just a hell of a fun. Plus the owner of the server busted the tickets up to the, I don't know, like 500 tickets. I was like, man, this is gonna take a while, but it was fun. People were actually going in with the tanks, or like going in for the flag, and it was actually a battle of tanks. Tank battles are going like destroying each other. Like people are getting off the tanks, or they're about to blow up. They popped up with the small or the RPG or the javelin or whatever. It was pretty chaotic, and it was pretty fun. The game lasted for like an hour, and I had fun. The previous game modes, except for the gameplay you're watching, I had fun with. That was a pretty cool game. But like the previous, like the first time, I was like excited. I was like, oh, cool, new stuff. But then the second game was pretty, was slow, was pretty boring. Not a lot of people were playing the objective. They're just standing behind the tanks. And it was a pretty, it sucked because if the tanks are not destroyed, they're not getting recycled. You know what I mean? They're not getting recycled, and you can't get in for the new tank and go in and try to get the flag. So these players they're trying to get in, and it pretty much sucks like that. But overall, I do like the game mode. But I feel like I feel like it was meant for PC. Dice. I feel like Dice is, well, I think that it was their intention, anyways. But like Armored Kill in general, like especially Tank Superiority, that game mode is meant for PC. Maybe like for when it comes to Battlefield 3. Sometimes we get the end of the short stick knife. No, except for close quarters. Close quarters, was it 8v8 or 12v12 or something like that? That's fine. That's pretty cool right there. That was fun. Back to Karkan, it's fine. It was cool and everything. But for Armor Kill, I think that was more focused on for PC, like way more focused. The consoles got the short end of the stick and like that. And especially in this game mode, I'm not sure how it's gonna play for PC. Maybe 64 players battle like a shitload of tanks are going in for the flag. Now that will be interesting. That the consoles have like at least like 16 versus 16, like, now that would be way more interesting like that, more fun. But overall, you know, it's a pretty good game mode, but you know, you're probably gonna have those game modes that are like slow game modes, you know, the slow gameplay, slow game, and everything like that. People are taking their time with the tanks, they're not rushing and like that. So that's just a little, you know, from my experience, from what I found. But when you do come across those game modes where everybody's like, fuck it, rush in with the tanks, go in full force, bust it, blitzkrieg or whatever like that. No, those are the fun games, you know. You know, especially when the admin server busts up with the tickets. You know, those are magical games. You know, those are fun games. If you come across those games, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, this game was fun. But oftentimes I come across the games like, dude, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys not playing objective? But, you know, it can be slow. It was not that fun. But yeah, but I'm surprised they're, you know, I feel like, you know, from what I think, they should add more players into the game mode, or at least more tanks. That's all I like. Pretty much I'm asking, more tanks. At least a tank for everybody, or something like that, or like maybe like 7 or 8 tanks. You know, that will be interesting fun like that. A bunch of things. Well, anyways, that's it for this video. And then, what do you know? I want to know. You heard my thoughts about, you know, tank superiority game mode. You know, it needs more tanks. You know, maybe this, like, it's too big for the consoles, or maybe it's too slow or whatever. But maybe it's too focused on more on PC. But you know, maybe that's how Battlefield 3 is, more focused on PC. You know, I think it was ported on the consoles, didn't they? I think so. Anyways, but yeah, what do you? So, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you like this game, or do you hate it? Do you think it sucks? Or it's the best thing ever? You know, let me know. I want to know what your thoughts were. You heard my thoughts already. I want to know your thoughts. It's a suck. You know, let me know. Anyways, that's it for me, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.